Good morning. Good morning. Hey, so I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Today I'm a little bit unprepared, but I didn't want to miss out on chatting with you guys first thing in the morning. Actually, I tried to duck out. I was like, you know what? I'll be fine. And then my husband was like, you have time, just do it. And those people that love you will just be happy to see you. So I'm happy to see you guys this morning. I hope everybody's having coffee with me. I may be a little slow today, but I'm moving. I don't know where you're at, but it's 6:25 here in the morning, and I'm recording a video. So I'm getting going. I'm gonna tell you what happened with me is yesterday we were talking about Neptune. Mercury was in line with Neptune, and Neptune is got a lot going on with psychic ability and intuition and dreaming. And I had the craziest vivid dreams last night, and they were just the weirdest things, almost like anything that I wanted to happen or I felt like would be helpful to me happened last night in my dreams. I had the craziest dreams, and so it was a long night for me. Not to mention yesterday ended up being like a 15-hour day, which was fantastic. I've been telling you guys, like, I do have a women's leadership and coaching program. It's beautiful. It is going to be a full-on transformational coaching, which is something different, right? There's no sitting in a lecture and being told where to change your life, but literally a activity-based change your life program that's coming up that I have been working so hard on, literally for 4 years, and it has been this beautiful collaboration with my good friend Karma on deck, who also has gone through a lot of this training that I've gone through. She's gone through different trainings and I've gone through different trainings. Both of us are licensed NLP coaches or certified NLP coaches. So it is going to be fantastic, and she and I are hashing out details and little final touches and getting down to exactly what we're going to be offering and putting out there. That's coming up. It has been requiring good 15, 16-hour days out of me, so I've been very, very tired, and if you guys miss a day, I just want you to know that that is probably why, because we are really hashing it out. I just want to quickly touch base on what's going on up in the skies for us today, the rest of this week, really, because my focus has not been so much on super detailed dailies, because we have big energies coming up at the end of the week. That's where I want you to focus, because those things are coming up at the end of the week and they're going to be fantastic. The end of the week, middle of the month, right? They're great. So we talked yesterday a little bit about things that are happening in the moon. Guys, let's just touch base again about the fact that there is a full moon on Friday. The full moon on Friday is going to be a full moon in Cancer, and it's what they call the wolf moon, and it's going to be a lunar eclipse, right? The prenumbral lunar eclipse is coming up, and it is just the buildup before that, right? You notice weird changes and weird behavior. You guys know what I'm talking about. I used to work in an ER or urgent care, and I worked the night shift. And so it was 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And let me tell you, you could absolutely 100% tell shifts in the moon with what came in to that ER overnight, the days leading up and that night. Anybody who's ever worked in EMS, law enforcement, or emergency medicine during a full moon knows exactly what I'm talking about. You guys all know what I'm talking about, and it sometimes gets weirdly crazy. And we would say, oh no, it's the full moon. Are you working on the full moon? Oh no. So, because we knew what was coming. And that's going to come up this Friday, but the moon is entering into Cancer, and so it's going to be such a time of intuition and energy. I was telling you yesterday, it's on a Capricorn Cancer axis for this full moon and this lunar eclipse. So be aware that this is such a little beautiful cocktail again of a good time to meditate and set goals, right? Set goals, intention. It's all about intention. And making sure that those things are at the forefront of your mind so that you can pick up on the energies when you come across them. Keep your ear out for that lesson. There's a whole lesson about this reticular activating system that works in our brain. So it's the little mix of magic and science that I would love to share with you, and I will share with you guys on another video. I do have something else that I want to talk to you about today that came up yesterday. So but a little Moxie coaching moment, and but so yeah, so keep your eye on that prize at the end of the week with the moon and everything that's going on with that, with the full moon and the lunar eclipse. So it's also going to be a beautiful time for you to recharge crystals and clean up negative energies. So take advantage of it. Today what we have though too is we have Mercury is sextile to Neptune. This is a good aspect to focus on because Mercury again tells us how we communicate, how we learn, how we teach. It's all about messenger, but it's also going to be how to transfer and transport information. But under the influence of Neptune, it's going to make you very soft and intuitive, and I like to say that you're going to know, you're going to have the right words, you're going to have the right analogies or metaphors to communicate ideas, communicate feelings, and communicate wants, desires. This is a beautiful little aspect for your relationship. So utilize it, and when you're feeling like, oh, I want to say this, think about it and realize that Neptune's on your side today to convey those emotions in the right way, to be heard, to be understood, and you're going to find people are super receptive to that during this transit. Again, one of the things that I need to stress to you guys and that I get questions about is that if Mercury or Neptune are present and strong aspects in your natal chart, it'll change that just a little bit. And if you don't know, then we're going to just take this as a passing, fleeting kind of moment in life, and not something that's part of your core, but something that passes through. That's what a transit is, right? It's as the planet is moving, and it may come in line with, or it may be opposed to, depending on where the angle is and the level of the degree of change or opposition, or whether it's trine with it or square with it. Those will end up just being passing things unless they're very strong in your natal chart. And then if they're strong in your natal chart, then it'll be something that's heightened for a little while, but it may be part of who you already are. Confusing, right? Guys, I'm still working on with Karma the foundations of astrology, where we're going to do these lessons. I am the definition of irons in the fire, so I have a few, and they're all coming along. And we were just, me and Karma last night, we were working on this until like 10 o'clock. And you guys know I'm here early, or I'm telling you I'm here early. I'm having some technical difficulties getting things uploaded, so they're taking a little longer, so you're not getting these videos at like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, but I am getting them uploaded later in the day. But literally till 10 o'clock last night, just super excited about doing these. And we just talked about scaling back and not having to give up anything else, right? So sometimes when we take on another project, it's at the cost of a different project or at the cost of something else in your life, whether it be family time or time at work or other commitments that you want, or like me, every once in a while I give up. Well, I'm going to work on this instead of doing my Tai Chi, which I should never do, ever, because that is such a great balancing activity for me every day. So be careful of that. So, but it's coming. Foundations of Astrology is coming, and the coaching program is well on its way, and the collaboration is just the most fun thing I've done. So the other thing that's of note today is that Jupiter is in opposition of North Node of the Moon. The North Node right now is sitting at 28 degrees of Cancer. So again, we have Cancer coming in. Remember, we were just talking about that Cancer-Capricorn axis. Cancer is that intuition. Cancer kind of makes us feel like we're really intuitive in picking up the energy of a room, and puts us in a place to control the energy of a room. Cancer is beautiful at this. Cancer people are good at this. I always say that there's two types of people in the world, right? You've got people who are thermometers, and you got people who are thermostats. Now, a thermometer just walks in, takes the temperature of the room, and can tell you how it feels and what's going on in that room, where a thermostat goes in and goes, I'm feeling this, but I want to turn it up a degree. And they're able to, right? Because they're a thermostat. They can change the temperature of a room. They can change the feelings of the people in the room. And that's what a Cancer does very well, very easily. And so you have Jupiter in opposition today of Cancer, the North Node in Cancer. And your North Node is your path and your direction. So all I'm going to say is Jupiter expands things and sometimes goes too far. So when we're talking about Jupiter in opposition of the North Node, right, where you would rather like see it big and clearly, it's not going to be as clear today. Expect maybe a little bit of self-doubt in what your path is, what direction you should be going, and you just may not see the light at the end of the tunnel as clearly today with Jupiter in opposition of the North Node. The light at the end of the tunnel's been turned off for the day, and maybe focus inward, which is what I always say, when the energies are weird, focus inward, stay in there, and don't make any big jumps or plans or decisions about your life path and your goals today. You can decide all you want, just don't make any actionable decisions today. I wouldn't. Anyway, I don't plan on making any big actionable decisions today and jumping into something until the energy kind of settles in just a little bit more. And again, we're going to talk a little bit more later about what's coming up January 12th, which is, so we just talked about the moon and the full moon and all of that, but we're also going to later talk about what's coming up on January 12th, which is that direction of the Saturn conjunct Pluto, which is so exciting. I told you guys before, it only happens every 34 years, so that is right around the corner, and it's going to be kind of an intense big energy, and whether you know it or not, you're feeling it already. It's already kind of playing its role because it's been happening since, I want to say July of 2018, July. So it's been lining up and getting there, and it's this whole synod that's happening right now. And then it's just direct on the 12th of January. So I promised you guys to talk about something that we had talked about. And I have a 13-year-old daughter. I have a 15-year-old son. I have raised a whole brood of kids, guys. So many kids. And they're fantastic. But these kids come to me sometimes, and we had a whole discussion yesterday. We talked about how it might feed into the coaching program too, but where someone was upset that they, somebody, you know how kids are, somebody doesn't like me. And I thought, how important is that to touch base on because I'm doing it here. One of the things and the reasons that I get on and do the videos in the morning is because I found myself in a spot in my life where I was very hesitant to get on video. I was very hesitant to even take a selfie and post it to a social media page because this, right? I was so worried that somebody was going to judge me and say, oh, look, her nose is huge. Or when I was a kid, I used to get a lot of grief about how tall my forehead might be and made fun of. And so those carried with me. And then this one concept changed that for me. And I'm not kidding, guys. It's huge. And I talk in analogies, so walk with me really quick, that you're in Target and you're standing in line and somebody behind you, you can hear them and they're like, I cannot stand Thai food. I don't want to go there. They're on the phone with their spouse. I don't want to go to Thai food. Thai food is gross. Let's go to get Italian. And ask yourself now, you're there. I asked you to stand there in your mind. Are your feelings hurt? Are you upset? Do you like Thai food? Does it upset you that they don't like Thai food? Probably not. The truth is that you don't have an emotional attachment to what they like. Now, the lady in front of you now is talking to her son and she's like, oh no, I can't wear those. Skechers hurt my feet. I don't know. Nikes are made too narrow. Whatever her choice of shoe is that it works for her. And so you're fine with it. And I know you guys think I'm rambling here, but follow with me. And then maybe the lady on this side of you, you can overhear her talking and they're going to buy a new car. And she's like, well, I don't like Chevy because I feel like the pedals are too far away. I don't like the way the seats are, or the seats lean back too far. I don't know what her preference is, right? But she doesn't want to drive a Chevy. She wants to drive a Ford. She doesn't want to drive a Dodge. She wants to drive a Tesla. Whatever her preference is, do you have an emotional response to that? Because you don't care. You don't care what she drives, right? Because you like what you like. Now, guys, here's where this comes in to this beautiful little point, is that it takes an immense amount of personal arrogance. And I mean that, guys. Personal arrogance. To allow the world around you to have space enough to like the food they like, and don't take it personally. You allow them to have a choice in the type of shoes that they wear. You don't take it personally. You don't care what kind of food they like. They like it for whatever reason. So where does that personal arrogance come from that everyone has to like you? Because, sweetie, sir, gentleman, whatever, whoever you are that's listening right now, you just aren't their type of shoe. You're not their favorite brand of car, and that's okay. Because someone wants to wear the shoes you're offering. Someone loves the type of car you are. Someone likes how spicy of a dish you are. And we need to stop worrying about pleasing everyone, because everyone has these likes and dislikes, and if we just put people in the same category, and I'm not saying that they don't have to be respectful of you or that they don't have to be kind to you, but to say that someone won't be friends with me, someone doesn't want to spend time with me, like I was telling these children, is that that's okay, because they're not your people. That's it, right? They're standing in a shoe store with 3,000 pairs of shoes, or billions actually. Let's take everyone on the planet, billions of people on the planet, and they didn't pick you. Well, that would be like saying you have to walk into a shoe store and pick you can appreciate that's a good shoe, that's a good shoe, I bet that shoe is great, but they're not all gonna fit, they're not all gonna work for you. So you can appreciate them, you can be respectful of what those shoes offer, but you yourself are not gonna pick every pair of shoes and take them home either. So I just wanted to leave you guys with that note, maybe uplift you to remember that you are someone's fantastic favorite pair of shoes, and as long as one person is still buying them, there's reason for you to still be doing it, right? Get up and do it every day. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm gonna go get ready for work. I'm running behind because this video was a little long, but guys, catch me YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and do me a favor, like and subscribe. Come back, I'll give you some more little Moxie minutes of coaching. These are the thoughts that go through my head. Kind of keep you in line about what's going on with the energies around you each day, and I will see you tomorrow.